Hello everyone and welcome back to English Manisa. In this video we are going to discuss a lesson third suggestion by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Now before moving further, let us know about the author Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. She was born in 1977. She is a Nigerian author who has won numerous awards like Purple Hibiscus in 2013, Half of a Yellow Sun 2006, Americana 2013, and also short story The Thing Around Your Neck in 2009. And also memoirs, notes on grief 2021, and a number of plays have been published by her. And also, we should all be feminists. A TEDx lecture she gave in 2012 has been viewed over 5 million times on YouTube. Her work has earned international acclaim and has been translated into 30 languages. Now let us move to our today's topic, third suggestion. Why the lesson name is third suggestion? Because it is an extract which is taken from Adichie's manifesto written in the form of letter, which was later published as a book. The title was Dear AJYL or A Feminist Manifesto in 15 Suggestion 2007. So from those 15 suggestions, the third suggestion is extracted. 15 suggestion books has its origins in a personal email which Adichie wrote to her friend Ajabel, who had asked for advice about how to raise her daughter as a feminist. Sajalam. In response, Adichie wrote 15 suggestions which deals with a range of issues related to gender inequality and prejudices and how to challenge them. So before moving further, let us know what are those 15 suggestions. So you need not to learn all these 15 suggestions. Just I'm giving here a brief idea what are those 15 suggestions. You only need to concentrate on the third suggestion because this is only you need to write in your exam the third suggestion summary. But let's see what are those 15 suggestions. I'll give you in brief. First one is be a full person. That means through this suggestion, Adichie warning to mothers not to identify too strongly with the role of motherhood. That means you should not be only mothers, but you should send a message to your daughter if you live a full life independently. That means show your daughters that beside raising children, you also have other interests, desires, and ambitions in life. And the next suggestion is do it together. That means here Adichie addresses the division of labor between parents in a heterosexual relationship. She is advising here that father out to share equally in domestic and child raising responsibility. It is very important that only we are going to learn here. I'll say you in brief now, afterwards I'll say you in detail. So teach her that the idea of gender rules is absolute nonsense. What that mean? So, this is the most theoretically heavy portion of the book, which shows how society divided men and women to behave differently. Like man as active, rational, or industrialist because they are men, whereas women are passive, emotional, and caring because they are women. So, we will discuss in detail later. First of all, let's see all those 15 suggestions. Now let's see this fourth suggestion, beware the danger of what I call feminism. Here she is warning to women that never to make compromises when it comes to female equality. So now the next suggestion is teach Sazalam to read. Means to read and not only to read but to love reading because reading will improve her knowledge. Means if she gain knowledge through the books, she would become independently woman. She wouldn't be depend on men. Next one is teach her to question language. It means the language which you use that matters. So this seven suggestion she has discussed in that third suggestion that never speak of marriage as an achievement. So you should write this suggestion also in your exam. Usually we see girls think marriage is something they ought to aspire to. And that's the part of their destiny as women. Whereas we don't condition boys in the same way. So this also we'll see in detail. And the next suggestion was teach her to reject likability. That means teach your daughter to make decision for herself. She shouldn't be depend on others. And the next suggestion gives Xylem a sense of identity. And we have more suggestions. You can read by your own. Let's move to today's topic, third suggestion. As I told you, it's very important for exam point of view. So let's start this. So as you all know that these all suggestion Adichie wrote to her friend Ejebel. Ejebel, who just gave birth to a baby girl, her name was Sazalam, and asked Adichie for advices on how to raise this baby girl to be a feminist. Adichie, in responses, she wrote all those 15 suggestions, so which was published in 2017, as we have discussed earlier. So the book Feminist Manifesto addresses the dual context of both Adichie and Ejewel's home country of Nigeria and Adichie's adopted home country of the United States. So Adichie characterizes general rules as a straitjacket which is designed to restrict women's freedom and limit their potential. This third suggestion, this is the most theoretically heavy portion of the book, as I told you. It introduces the concept of general rules and discusses to what extent a culture constructs gender by conditioning men and women to behave differently. We often told that the reason men and women behave as they do it because of their gender. Men are active, rational, and industrialist because they are men. Women are passive, emotional, and caring because they are women. So here we told that our gender dictates how we will perform certain tasks or react in certain situations. Like if we are a woman, then how we have to react on a certain situation, and if a man is there, how he has to react in a certain situations. Basically, our gender essentially defines who we are and the limits what we capable of as an individual. So this is a natural thought. This is a simple fact of human nature that we all born with. So in her views, boys and girls are born equal. And according to Adichie, it is the society that thrusts gender rules onto the children by conditioning them to behave differently based on their sex. If she a woman or a girl, she has to behave differently, or if a man is there, then that means he has lots of freedom. So that only Adichie discusses almost from the moment babies are born, society begins to condition boys and girls differently. Like we dress them differently, talk to them differently, and handle them differently, and choose different toys for them to play with. Like boys are usually given active toys to play with, like vehicles, whereas girls are typically given toys which is related to care work, such as dolls. Here, the author Adichie, she is sharing one of her experience when she went to a mall. She saw a mother who refuses to buy her daughter a toy helicopter on the ground that she already had dolls to play with. And she further says children clothes and toys do not need to be categorized by gender. They could be categorized by size, age, or type. So here she questioned the fact that the society categorizes products by gender. And here she argues has harmful outcomes, especially for girls. It is harmful because it squeezes children into predefined molds. That means instead of being allowed to discover for themselves what they like, find interesting, children are told what they ought to like and find interesting. So these restrictions limit their field of exploration, which may hinder their development. Adichie advises parents that to treat their daughter as individual first and girls afterwards. As she says, because you are a girl should never be a reason for anything. So here she said that let her play whatever she wants to play and pursue whatever she wants to pursue. Teach her to be active and independent. Let her try things, indulge her curiosity. That means do not restrict her because she is a girl. Let her explore and become an independent woman. Now, the seventh suggestion is, which is a continuation of this third suggestion, that never speak of marriage as an achievement. So, here this suggestion is about readdressing an imbalance in the way we condition girls and boys to think about marriage. Like, girls and boys are conditioned to value marriage differently. Like girls taught that marriage is an achievement. They are taught that marriage is something they out into aspire to. That is a part of their destiny as women, whereas we don't condition boys in the same way. This creates an imbalance in the way men and women conduct relationships as adults. The men and women get married, the relationship is in imbalance from the beginning because the institution matters most. Because here we are raising our child to sacrifice her life. So girls are willing to make sacrifices and put up with marital problems in order to keep a relationship going. So here Adichie says women sacrifices more at a cost of themselves to make relationship work. So here at last Adichie gave advices that treat her daughter as an individual first and girl second, and let her play with whatever she wants to play with and pursue whatever she wants to pursue. Teach her to be active and independent. Let her try things and indulge her curiosity. So this is all for today's video. I hope it would be helpful for you. Stay tuned for more videos and thanks for watching.